And join us now is our friends from McCright Plaza, Cassie and Patrice. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Very good. Great to have you guys on the show with us. Now, Valentine's Day was yesterday. Tomorrow is what, National Caregivers Day, right?
It is.
Yes.
It is.
So a lot of love is going on through the air now. What does that mean for you guys over at McCright Plaza?
Yeah, so we really wanted to take this this time on the segment to really showcase and celebrate all things love. Most importantly, the strength, the compassion, the commitment of senior couples as well, and kind of share what we see in our experience at McCright Plaza.
Wonderful. Yes, I know when it comes to couples, the dream is to retire, spend the rest of your years, together, traveling, dining, playing pickleball. What have you guys experienced over at McCright Plaza?
Well, I think that statement is correct. That's what you want. You want to live out your work life, retire, and be at a place where you can enjoy your retirement. What we want to do at McCright Plaza is provide a space where that can happen through our activity program, our dining program, and those types of things. And also through our continuum of care that we have. That provides the opportunity if someone needs additional care, we have it there for them.
Yeah, I know. Like the other side of that coin, as you kind of mentioned, Cassidy, the like one partner is like providing for the other. Sometimes we can't quite go into the retirement as fit as we want to.
Sure.
What does that kind of care look like for you guys?
Yeah. So Dane, sometimes what we see is families that come into McCright. They're talking with us just about their loved one needing a little bit more care as one of the spouses might start to decline rather either physically or cognitively. That leaves one person doing the majority of the heavy lifting, whether that's managing all the household work, the bills, getting to appointments, scheduling those. It can present a challenge, and there is such a thing as caregiver burnout, and we do see that quite a bit. And that is when the one that's doing most of the caring starts to decline themselves, and then we're in a real problem. So what we're wanting to see is families that are coming in knowing that they've got the support that they need with us at McCright. We can take care of the housekeeping, and we can take care of the cooking and all of that good stuff. But as we well know, a lot of folks want to stay in their home for as long as they can.
Yes.
And there are some wonderful resources in the community, specifically with our friends over at Jayhawk Area on Aging, that can provide that. And we want to support those families in their homes as well, but giving them a place they come to McCright for our new social club that we've got in place to do the fun things. We had an amazing Valentine's Day dinner last night that couples were a part of, folks that are single, or even the ones that may have recently lost a spouse, because it doesn't stop when that happens, right? So what we also try to do is just make sure that they've got all the resources that they need to be successful. And the fact is that the Department of Health and Senior Services states that 70% of folks over the age of 65 are going to be needing care at some point. So
that's a large number. Yes. So it's great that there's services out there to offer help. Like, what are the services like range from? Is something like a bit more, like, I guess, less minimal to more? Yeah,
you bet. We do have the independent living apartments at McCright Plaza, and that is for families that are just really kind of wanting to get out from underneath the maintenance. You know, it's not fun to clean the house. It's not fun to do the chores and the yard work.
Physically, it becomes exhausting. You know?
Yes, I'm on that spectrum right now. But coming in at that stage in the game, having some fun, downsizing, it's difficult. It's a challenge for everyone. But it's a new lifestyle, and there's so much to enjoy at that stage as well. But then, of course, as folks progress and their needs increase, we're right there, and you have us along the way to help guide families and through the whole process.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, and I know, like, speaking of, I guess, almost from my own personal experience, you know, watching our parents get older, sometimes it's hard to understand what they're going through at times. So it's great that there's people out there that are able to offer more guidance and help out.
Well, you know, we've when we step back and look at our our company and what is it that our foundation is built on. It's family owned and operated, and it's commitment to couples as well. I remember, you know, you all were talking about courting earlier. Well, I remember courting my wife and you know, buying some nice seats to a Royals game and taking her there. And as I was sitting there, there's an older lady next to me, and talking to her, she was like, what do you do? I said, you know, we work in senior living. And she was like, oh, I had a friend just move in down south in Kansas City, you know, and she was like, I can't believe it, her and her husband can't live together. And I was like, well, why can't they live together? And she said, well, he needs assisted living and she doesn't, so the facility won't let them stay in the same place.
Wow.
Well, that's never been our stance, you know. That commitment to couples is keeping people together, whether it's in the same room or whether it's on the same campus. So that's always a piece that we have driven home and really have stood behind, commitment to our residents and commitment to couples.
I love it.
Yeah.
Commitment to couples. That's the way to go.
Right.
That's
I
right.
absolutely love it. Well, thank you guys for joining us this morning. It's been a pleasure chatting with you all.
Of course.
And of course,
Dave.
everybody, if you want to learn more about McCright Plaza, you can visit McCrightPlaza.com.